Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy holidays. This is going to be our Christmas special episode, and we're going to be talking to you about gratitude and then what to expect in 2024. This is something that, I waited all year for, I guess you can say, because it seems like there's always going to be that anticipation for the next big and maybe great thing that can happen in your life. And I remember when I was young, I would always come in and it's just like, oh, I can't wait until Christmas Day. And then you can open up my gifts. And my parents, they let me believe in Santa Claus. And we had all of these gifts from Santa. We just gift after gift after gift. And we were truly blessed. And I understand that there's people who might get one gift, maybe a couple. But we had, three of us, including me. So my brother, my sister, and myself, and my parents, they would sacrifice, give us all of these gifts and all of these toys for a moment of happiness. And it wasn't so much of they wanted to give us gifts because we were good or we, believed in Santa, but because they wanted to see us smile and happy. That was joy for them. And it's truly a blessing to see that. Because now that I'm a parent, my son, he's not old enough yet to open up gifts and to say, oh, I'm so happy I got this gift. Yet he has plenty of toys. He has all of the wonderful things. But then it's also the notion, do I want to lie to him and say, hey, there's a Santa Claus? So there is an opportunity there to create meaning, create something more. But what I do want to focus on today is the aspect of gratitude. We are given an opportunity every single day to be the best version of ourselves. We can be thankful the moment we wake up, yet many people aren't. We can be grateful for the day after it has been done, but yet many people aren't. Many people are always worried about the next thing. What do I have to do next? What do I have to do next, right? But yet they don't take time to reflect. They don't take time to say, hey, this is where I was. Now look at me, right? This is where I am today. This is why I love mindset coaching or just any coaching in general. Typically, the ones that are focused on a goal and objective, not just so much of getting over a trauma and a grief, right? That's the difference between therapy and coaching. Therapy, we're going to work through your emotion. And there might come a time when you can say, look at where you were when you came in here, right? You were anxious, you were stressed out, and you're doing so much better now. That is going to be something you can look at. Most people are going to want something more tangible, right? Not just feeling. Look at where you were. This is how much you weighed, and now look at how much you weigh. This is how you looked before. And I'm not saying this is the superficial stuff, right? Because it can also be, look, you didn't have a family, but now you have a family. You didn't have a career, but now you have a thriving business. It can be many different aspects to our growth, right? We pay attention to them. But yet many people, they just kind of go through and they don't pay attention to it. This is why everyone will accumulate a bunch of junk in their house. Oh, I need this next iPhone. I need this next car, whatever it be. We are on that consistent habit of wanting, desiring, and keep on pushing for something new, the latest and the greatest, keeping up with the Joneses, when we're not even grateful for what we had because what we had, we forgot about in a couple weeks maybe. So yes, you're going to be happy you got that new car for a couple months, but then homeostasis kicks in, you're back to normal. How can we keep that up? Gratitude. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a quick and easy read. 'Tis the season to be grateful. As always, everyone, thank you so much for listening and watching the podcast. Do your best to share this podcast episode with everyone, especially around this time, because we want people to understand that the holiday time is not about gifts. It's not about, oh, I'm going to eat some good food around my family. It's about being grateful that you have a family that you can be around. It's about being grateful that you can afford gifts or that you can be alive. It doesn't have to be about gifts only, and it doesn't only have to be about family. It could be grateful that you have another day to take action. And so when we are looking at this time of the holiday, it is the best time to look at gratitude, I believe, is because we get to see it so more readily. Thanksgiving just passed. We had our Thanksgiving episode. We talked about this notion. And then we get into Christmas. We get into New Year's. People are looking ahead. And this is the mindset that we want. And this is the mindset that we want to strive for, because We want to grow, right? But yet many people, they are going to start, but they're not going to finish. Gratitude helps you finish. Mindset helps you start. So we need to be able to start, but then we also need to be able to finish, right? There's going to be many obstacles that we need to get out of, over, and we need to set goals, right? What are your goals for 2024? What are your goals for today? Many people, they are saying, well, today is going to be a rest day. Why? Why are you resting today? What did you do that is causing you to let time just slip by you? I understand that there's going to be moments when you do need a break. I'm not saying that you don't need a break, but how many breaks can one person really have? So gratitude is going to be, we have the chance. There's people who would kill to have your chance right now, to have another second, have another minute, to have another year to do something. And so this time of the year is really powerful because it helps us understand that we have time and we have things in our life that we can be grateful. Even though they might be small, we can be grateful for something in our life. Now, being grateful is not only about just reading the blog, looking at what you have around you, because gratitude can be one of those things that if you don't make it a habit, it doesn't become something you pay attention to. So you're not going to be grateful for your house until it's gone, or your car until it's broken or totaled, or you get in a car accident, right? We don't see those things. We see exactly what we want to see, right? What's in front of us, what's happening right now, how am I feeling, right? There is nothing wrong with looking at those things initially, but you have to figure out what you do after that, right? What comes next? For the people who think Christmas is going to be a time when you get all your new gifts and Black Friday just passed and you're like, I got all these new toys and I'm going to be happy now. And now, since I'm so happy, right, I'm going to give myself a mindset that I'm going to be more than what I was. I'm going to take more action. Why do you think the new year is when most people say, I'm going to change, I'm going to create these resolutions, and I'm going to make some changes? Well, psychology has proven time and time again that if you want to make a change in your life, it has to be on the onset of something new. Most people give themselves that something new as a new year, a fresh start. However, when it comes to mindset, I'm going to give you the biggest secret ever. All right. I don't want you to tell anybody. Actually, no, I want you to share it with everybody. You are going to, instead of making every single year a new onset, you're going to make every single day a new onset. Okay. This is something that is going to require an immense amount of mindset, an immense amount of power, brain power. You can do it. I know you can. All right. I have helped clients do it again and again and again. It is not easy, because every single day you have to have some accountability. You have to check in. Most people want to check out as soon as they start their day. They want to go on their phone and they want to check out. But I want you to check in. The moment that alarm clock rings, I want you to check in. Boom. Where am I at? Maybe journal. Maybe look at a list of things that you said you're going to do the night before. However we do it, whatever works for you. Everyone is different. I mean, I can give you examples after examples. But what's going to stick for you? That's why a coach is so powerful, because a coach is not only going to look at what's working, they're going to give you different methods, different strategies, and then they're going to say, this is the best. Even though you might say this is the easiest, this is the best, right? We want the best for you, not just the easiest for you. Life can be easy, but easy is only going to bring about so much. Think about if you're in the gym. If you lift maybe a 5-pound dumbbell, 5-pound dumbbell, 5-pound dumbbell, eventually your muscle is going to grow, yes, but it's going to stop at a certain point, right? It's going to plateau. We need a heavier weight. So we grow with the demand. So our mind is going to become more powerful. It's going to become more focused. And when we do that, we start to say, okay, now that I understand that this is happening, now that I understand that I can do great things, we become more likely to do bigger and better things every single day. Not just because of gratitude, but because we mixed it with mindset. We mixed it with the momentum. Every single day we get a new opportunity. So we have a chance to be more than what we were yesterday. We have an opportunity to grow as people. And around this time, as I said, the holiday time, you have that forefront in your mind. And then also in this blog, we talk about just learning how to look at your goal. The goal is going to be not so much of where you want to be, but at least the direction of where you would like to go. No one has a crystal ball. No one is a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader. I can look at habits and I can tell you what is going to be the trajectory of if you keep doing this. For example, if you keep eating cakes, you're going to gain some weight. I know it. Everyone knows that. But yet people do it every single day because it feels good. Many people use it as a coping mechanism. Many people are afraid to take on reality, take on the world, and to look at everything with a fine tooth and say, you know what? This belongs. This doesn't need to be here. I can adjust this. We need to do that on a consistent manner. For the people who only do it once a year, one area of the year, Q4, quarter four of the year. All right, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Okay, yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. I get to look at what I just did this year. Yet we should be constantly improving, constantly making some level of effort toward the person that we know we can reach. That potential, that fulfillment is there waiting for everybody. Yet many people, they're going to allow themselves to say, you know what? It's easy to just be upset, make excuses, because we can be grateful that we have a house over our head, but we can be upset that we don't have a mansion. Many people, they want to live in this luxurious house because they think it's going to bring them happiness. Yes, it's going to feel good for a little bit. I understand that, but it's not going to bring about long-term happiness. And so what I want you to understand this coming year and to understand around this time of the year is that, yes, today is a beautiful day. Today is going to be a day where you can make some great strides to awareness and gratitude. You get to look around you. You get to see your family. You get to see your kids, your nephews, whoever, your nieces, and you get to see the smiles. Maybe some moments of bitterness, maybe some quarrels, but appreciate that because it's those things, those small things. It might seem insignificant in the beginning, I understand, but we learn from them. We grow with them. And from there, that is how, as people, we are giving ourselves the momentum, if you want to say, the willpower, the purpose to keep going on. Gratitude is a powerful power. Yet many people, they think that, oh, I can't be grateful until I get exactly what I want. It's not about looking at what you want. It's about what you have. So you might not have exactly what you want right now, but you could be working toward it. You could be grateful that you have the ability to work toward it. So as we begin to wrap up this episode of Coaching in Session, I do want to have an opportunity to be grateful for you. I want to be grateful for all of the ups and the downs of the business, of the world, because they help nurture me. They help mold me into the person that I am today. It was not an easy task, I can say that. The effort that goes into making sure everyone gets the best coaching, gets the best mindset, and starts to take action to get the best life is not to say, oh, this is a walk in the park for me. It's going to be many ups and downs as a business owner, as a business, as an individual. I'm human too. But yet, when I can not only set my goals, but be grateful for all of the people, all of the things, all of the efforts that I put forth, it helps me understand that even though this is the season to be grateful, the season should not just be at the end of the year. And as I said, being grateful can happen at any moment, at any point in our life. When's the last time you said, I'm grateful for being able to listen to the podcast? I'm grateful for another day with my family, with my loved ones. I'm grateful for another day to go into work, to provide for my family. I'm grateful for feeling the sand between my toes. I'm grateful for being able to take this breath of fresh air. I'm grateful for being able to eat this meal. There's so many things that we can be grateful for at every moment in our day. Yet, many people, they want only the big things. Yes, the big things are nice. The big things are great. But don't let the big things fool you, because it can be the small things that add up to everything in your life. I've talked about it in the law of incremental improvements. I talked about it in micro steps. This is mindset at work. We can be grateful for the smallest things. Today, my life, you can get me a yacht. I don't really want a yacht, but if you get me a yacht, I might be happy maybe for a week or two. But guess what? I probably won't even be on the yacht because I'm going to be working still. I know it sounds crazy, but I understand material things don't make me happy. The thing that makes me most happy is to see the smile on my family's face. And that smile just doesn't happen because I was present with them. There is an aspect and a notion to it. I want you to understand that. But because I was able to provide for them. We can create comfort. We can create disparity. We can create love. We can create hate. There's many different things that we can create with either our actions, our inaction, with our ignorance, our presence, or our absence. There's just many aspects to what we do, the either or type of mindset. Because you might say, well, do I want to be rich? Do I want to be famous? Or do I want to live an average life and just, be who I am? Many people want the rich, they want the fame, they want the glory, they want that, but they don't want to do the work. Many people don't truly want it because then they realize, my stuff is all over social media, the world sees me, and it could be a lot. This is something that you have to understand, that as you progress, right? Be grateful that you can progress, but as you progress, there's going to be people in your life that are going to try to hold you down. I want you to be grateful for them too. The last story I want to tell you and leave you with is, I remember I've talked about this, I believe, last year on the podcast. It seems like a tradition at this point, where I was at church Christmas Eve, and our priest, his name was Father Paul. He's a great man. And we have to look at his mindset for a moment, because what had happened was we have church bells, and we'll use the church bells to sing some songs, some Christmas songs, things along those lines. And everyone was going to get a bell, and they can ring the bell, bring in the new year, bring in Christmas, right? Jesus is born. But someone stole the church bells. The church bells were no longer in the church. Someone came and they said, look at all these bells. I need all these bells. I don't know why someone needed a bag of bells, but the bells were stolen. And so everyone in the church was almost mad, like, I don't got the bells now. Like, we can't be happy and we can't be merry. And Father Paul said, if you find a person that is with our bells, who has stolen our bells, do not throw rocks at him. Do not slander him. Do not hate him. Do not belittle him. Love him. Give him a hug. And everyone started laughing. Everyone in the church was laughing because it was the opposite of what they wanted to feel. They wanted to feel anger. They wanted to feel spite. They wanted revenge. But yet, someone said, hey, let's be grateful for what we have instead. We don't have the church bells today, but we have each other. And that right there is something to be looking at for something that is worth it. The bells can be replaced, but the time that we have together is going to be priceless. So as we begin to wrap up this year, as we are in this holiday season of being merry and cheerful, look around you. Look around at the people, the loved ones that you have, the opportunities that you can get, that you can reach, that you have. Give some awareness to it and say thank you. From there, become more conscious to what you do each and every day. Become more conscious in how you treat people and how you think naturally. Because sometimes the first thing that comes into our mind might be negative. Just as we were in the church, we said, we're going to get this guy, right? We're going to get him. We're going to beat him up maybe. But yet, we were told that we have a different option. We can love. We can be grateful for what we have. So as always, I want to thank everyone so much for being a part of the podcast, being a part of the mission here at Reven Concepts. We want to wish you a happy and prosperous new year, happy holidays, and I want you to know that even though that maybe last year wasn't the best year for you, you can make some great strides in your life. My name is Michael Rearden. I'm a mindset coach. If you have any questions, email me coachinginsession@gmail.com, and I'll see everyone on the next episode of Coaching in Session. Until then, everyone take care.